Well, we took the boat out, had a good time on it. First day we had a great time. Caught lots of fish, caught a bunch of catfish, some nice big ones. Had a big fish fry that night. Put away some fish to have at a later date too. Unfortunately, I didn't have my video camera on that trip, so we decided to take the camera along the next day. Had a great time the next day. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch any fish. As it turned out, nobody else was really catching much in the way of fish that day. Teresa had a couple of good ones on the line, broke her line. We're going to upgrade her reel a little bit. Just did not have the same kind of success fishing. On the other hand, the boat performed very well. It worked really well. It's really comfortable. Everything worked really well. We're totally satisfied with the boat. It worked great. So what we have on this video is a little bit of us putting the boat in, driving the boat out to our spot. Just a little bit of us fishing. I did capture Teresa losing the first fish on a broken line, but I didn't include all the pointless casting, swearing, cussing, and all of that when we weren't catching any fish. I did put a couple of pictures of fish we caught the previous day on the tail end there, just a couple still photos, just to prove that we actually did catch something. Boat's going to work real well. Very happy with it. Very few modifications we'll have to make from this point on. Our process for loading the boat has gotten pretty easy. What I do is I back the boat down almost all the way in there, just enough so I can crawl in the bow of the boat. Teresa will back it in enough for me to get the boat off, then she'll park the trailer up the top of the hill. I'll dock the boat and then load her up, and away we go. When we come back in, I come in and dock the boat, back the trailer into the water, then get in the boat and drive it on the trailer. Teresa has not driven this boat, and it's a little harder for her to drive, so we don't have her drive the boat on. Although what we might do in the future is have her back the truck or back the trailer into the water. We'll probably let her try that at some point here, but at this point, there's no real need to.
Okay, hold it.
The boat starts up and runs easily, and it's very easy to maneuver at slow speed. As you can see here, it's no real problem to pull it over to the dock. It's quite easy to handle. If you watch just ahead here, you'll see a big fish jump out of the water. Teresa will point at it as it goes. We did see a lot of fish jumping. Didn't catch any of those that were jumping. The nice thing is we use the outboard to get out to our fishing location, and then typically just use the trolling motor to move around as we're casting. If we're trolling for northerns in Minnesota, we'll use the outboard to do that pretty much the whole time. Here we're casting with a real slow retrieve with a artificial worm on. We caught a bunch of catfish the other day on it. Teresa's going to have a big one hit here, but her line is going to break before she can quite get it into the boat. There you can see she's got it caught, but the line's going to break. And that was pretty much a pattern for the day. She had a couple of them she lost that way, and a couple others that hit, and she just couldn't get the hook set. So she had a lot more action than I did, but we still couldn't get any into the boat. That's all the video I'm going to show here. I've got a couple of still photos from the previous day that I'll tag on to the end here. We're not very happy that that line was breaking. I think her reel is worn and was fraying the line and weakening it in certain spots because it was breaking clear down inside the reel. Absolutely nothing she could do about that. That was strictly an equipment problem, I think, so we'll have that corrected next time. Boat performed well. It is just a 7.5 horse Mercury on it. We could use a little more horsepower, go a little faster, but it works well enough for our purposes. Overall, we are just absolutely very happy with the boat.